sometimes sitting at home trying to describe or find the definition of, physicality, toughness, hardness, what a man's meant to be. I found it on the weekend, Hammer.
Sure.
It's Dan Const in a muscle top.
Wow. Okay.
Crabbing in Mandurah.
Actually, I've seen the video.
It is one of the most phenomenal things I've seen on this. Like, the man's shoulders haven't seen sun in years.
Decades.
Looked like Elon Musk without a shirt on.
And I was in awe. That is what a man looks like. No, don't even start on the fact that he was driving the boat, the Relationship, which was a terrific vessel. Had no idea what he was doing, I might add.
No, I like it.
He sat on the boat and steered the steering wheel while it was docked into the water off the trailer when the engine's sitting out of the water. So the steering wheel's doing nothing. I just wanted to start with that. It was
fair enough. I like that.
I will say, so I'm a rashi wearer in the pool.
Of course.
I enjoy
in the pool.
I enjoy wearing a rashi.
And he baths in a wetsuit.
Yeah, I enjoy wearing a rashi, and recently, because I've moved house that has a pool, I've been swimming a lot, right? And so I have been getting more tan, but as soon as you go like to rashi areas,
why do you wear a rash vest in your own pool?
I love it. It's so comfortable. There's
yeah, you kidding?
I love it. I absolutely love wearing a rashi.
Like, why?
So I wear one all the time.
We're usually pretty honest on this.
Yeah.
Like, don't say stuff to rile people up. Yeah.
Why would I boast about wearing a rashi?
Why
would you wear a rashi? So I was explaining why the tan lines, right? And then I got the singlet on, and I was like, "Wow,
what colour is your rashi?
Black.
Black.
Black on black.
Doesn't that get hot?
Not in the water.
I just don't get why you're wearing a rash vest. That's like a
what are rashis for?
I don't know. For
like
children to wear while they're at the pool.
Yeah, sun protection's great.
For children.
No, they come in men's sizes. So yes, I was wearing a singlet that revealed a lot of my shoulders, which are very white, and that I want to, mate. We're about body positivity.
No question,
here,
we are.
And I'm trying to get a bit
body
more
positivity. Take the rash vest off.
Bit more. No, I'm not quite there yet. After we finish the fat chat thing, I'll feel more comfortable going rashiless.
Put sunscreen on, please.
Yeah, put sunscreen on.
Okay, I will say, so we did go crabbing in Mandurah on the Relationship. If you missed that, that is the name of the boat.
Nice.
Couldn't have been more play on words.
It was a dash.
Asian dash ship. Like very,
Yeah, it's my father-in-law's boat, and the joke that he loves to say is that I'm just going into the garage to work on the Relationship.
It's good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very good.
We did take the boat out. We caught a lot of crabs. It was a good time. Smashed a lot of shelters.
Of course.
Not the driver.
No. Just responsibly on the boat. We're having a good time. And I will say, though, that I thought when you're going to talk about the manliness of what you witnessed was my ability to handle crabs while three other grown men squirmed and squealed.
We do have a show to get to after this storytelling. But Dan, I was so I was a piss take about his white pasty hair, a lot of hair on the shoulders.
Heaps of hair. I did see the video.
That was a bit of a joke.
I'm half
what
European.
I was impressed with was Dan's aggression with grabbing the crabs.
Yep, you got to be confident. Never been crabbing.
You've never been?
Never been crabbing. Never.
We got to get him out of the relationship.
Yeah, get me out on the relationship.
Dan, these crabs would come in fiery. Fiery. You just dug them up out of the mud of the river and they are not happy. Dan, the other two blokes, I would say I did a fair bit of driving. I didn't want much to do with the crabs. Don't like touching them. These two other blokes who were sitting in the back, great fellas, they were scared. And Dan would turn around and just go, bang, rip them out. You got bitten 3 or 4 times.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never been crabbing, but I'm imagining that you've got a pincer its ass and its back and just fucking go bang.
Dan was grabbing them by the fucking
by the claws, yeah.
Oh, mate,
like
Dan was snipping them.
How big are we talking?
Jack.
Size, all size. If the fisheries are listening, definitely all size.
They were.
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking.
Oh, like body like that width?
Yeah, okay, understood. Enough to nip.
You know,
they're doing things.
Where are we?
Yeah, they're doing things.
BackChat _. We can find us on Instagram. Email us hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. If you've been crabbing, tell us some crabbing stories. We've done a lot of snip stories. Tell us some good crab stories.
Or send some snip stories back in because I want to start that back up in 2023.
If someone's got a snip story of a crab getting it done, wow. Couldn't get the doctor there, so I just got one of the claws out.
They're sharp
Lost
enough.
My dick.
BackChatpodcast.com.au.
I don't think he loses your dick. Anyway, continue. I mean, I've never had the snip, so.
I reckon if a crab was having a go, I don't think you get a choice, mate.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think he's just getting in the scrotum to really.
We have a newish website coming out soon. I
don't know anyway.
Way early to go with this, but there's a new website in the works.
It's been built.
It's being built.
It's actually there. I just haven't linked it to a domain. If you remember, if some OG BackChat listeners, we had a sponsor. Was it Jeremy Big Lynn? Is that right?
I don't know if it's
Josh
Big
Lynn. He sponsored the whole podcast. He sponsored the website. $10.
Yeah.
$10. So
we have a new one coming on board, and you can sign up for Patreon there and become a patron. So many good things there. We're going to be doing a monthly podcast just for patrons.
Yeah,
that's coming out soon.
First guest,
Hamish
Brayshaw.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
Yeah, great. Well done.
We asked the same 10 questions. To guess. I don't know. How do you like your eggs? Don't answer. It's for patrons.
I'm pretty sure I've already answered this question.
Well, we're going to find out a little bit more in detail for our patrons because it's very exclusive.
We have a little bit of insight. We have a weekly Monday meeting. Today, a lot of talk. Let's get Patreon absolutely humming for all the people that get involved.
Can I just push what we spoke about a little bit? The name.
Oh yeah.
Can I talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hammer, footy player, backline. I know you don't spend much time down there, but when you do, if you just imagine you're a fullback,
of course,
and you're one-on-one with your man. What are you in? Like when you're in one-on-one in the goal square? What's it called? What are you in one-on-one?
You're one out in the cage.
You're in the cage.
No question.
Thank God.
No question. You're in the cage.
So Patreon right now, it doesn't have a name. It's just Patreon. It's just Patreon for patrons. Cage. It's now the cage.
Love it.
In the cage. If you want to get in the cage, if you want to go one-on-one, you want to give all for your teammates, you want to be, you just want to be, you want to be Dan Const grabbing crabs out of the bottom of the boat. Get in the cage. That's all I'll say.
There's going to be the cage merch. There's going to be so much good stuff.
God, yeah.
That's going to, in the next few weeks, we're going to launch that. It's going to be epic. Blood donations. You guys got involved.
Patrons, you got to give blood. No.
You guys got involved on Friday.
We did.
Yeah, didn't we ever? No question.
I will say that I think I called potentially into question, no question you said, but into question your, say something, do something. I felt like you said you were going to do a blood donation.
I did, and I hadn't.
And on the Monday night, you sent through a booking for the Friday.
On last Monday, I said, I'll go home and book in.
And you did.
And I did.
And I followed suit. And I jumped the line in front of you, actually.
Yeah, you did.
There was nothing available. So we both gave plasma.
Yes.
How was the experience?
It was great. I mean, I still don't think I've actually given blood, technically, because they put it back in. They put the blood back in.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah. So Beck asked me, what's the difference between donating blood and plasma? And I was like, they take the plasma out of your blood. I had no idea.
You give blood, you get needle in, takes blood, puts it in a bag, give blood. Done. Plasma, take blood, split plasma off from red blood cells in a machine. Every 50 mils, pump red blood cells back into your body, remaining bag of piss-looking plasma.
Yeah, apple juicy piss.
Is that what colour it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like clear. Yeah,
that's cool.
Muddy apple juice or something.
I found the process, I did blood, a couple of months prior. It was a lot harder.
Yeah, well.
But I felt like I really walked out thinking I've given something.
Yeah. I enjoy, it's a weird thing to enjoy, but I love getting like needles in my arm. I love getting blood tests, love watching the blood come out. And this needle could have fucking pierced a horse, this thing. And straight into my arm. I'd be an excellent heroin addict. And it just went straight in there. And all of a sudden, it started pumping out. Once it's done, they put 500 mils of saline in there.
Yeah, that was great.
It was excellent. It was freezing.
What, back into you?
They pump the saline in there, and all of a sudden, the whole body starts chilling.
You know how that's like if you have an operation or you go in there and sick, that's how you get fluids back in you.
Right.
You get a drip.
Because I only did the blood, so this is all new to me.
Yeah, but you hear I was on a drip.
Yeah.
Like that's what that is.
So what did I give? I ended up giving 750 mils of saline or something.
I went 824.
Yeah, so 824 for me went down because of the weight of the bag to 750. So I also gave 824.
Okay, I thought I was better than you.
Yeah, there you go. And you can only give a maximum of 800.
It was a great experience. Wasn't it? It's pretty easy. You jump on, get the app, book in. We can do it every 2 weeks.
Yep, I'm going back.
I'm probably going to try and do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah, may as well.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I've got to say the most positive thing is you can save a life.
Absolutely.
And you more than likely will save at least one person. They say up to 3 people's lives by doing that. Secondly,
second most positive thing is the aftermath.
That's absolutely right.
Oh boy.
And
firstly, you get a sticker. Awesome. Walked out of there feeling proud.
I got some socks. I should be wearing them.
Yeah, I don't have the socks. I got to do a few more donations to get them. But you walk out into this buffet style canteen, and no one's standing there watching how much you take. No one's judging you. You've saved a couple of lives.
Apart
go
from
for it.
yourself and your own. I mean, Fat Chat certainly would.
Yeah, Fat Chat was watching, but I put a nice message in there saying, "Boys, I just want to lads and ladesses, I just want to let you all know that I've slipped up here. I've done a good job by saving some lives. However, I had 6 sausage rolls and 6 party pies on my way out the door."
You actually said, "Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I've had 6 pies at the blood bank," and everyone started saying, "Don't worry about it, Hammer. All good, mate. All good." And then he said, "I then had 6 sausage rolls."
The annoying thing about them was, firstly, they were delicious, but secondly, they were just they weren't too hot.
Yes.
And they were just at the perfect temperature for me to just go
smashable,
whack,
very
whack.
smashable.
Oh, God,
I'm not going to leave you alone here. I don't like sausage rolls like that, but I had 10 pies by myself.
Yeah.
I've rated them.
Anyway, walk out of there feeling real good about it.
If you want to do it and you do want to donate blood, it's on the back of the reason I got involved. My brother, acute myeloid leukemia, he was diagnosed with last year. He started a blood donation group on Australian Red Cross.
Yep.
Lifeblood.
Lifeblood. So you can join that, jump on Lifeblood. You can find the links on our BackChat Instagram, as well as if you just go on to Lifeblood and you join the team Long Live Jace Nelson. You'll just join a team of people, giving blood and making a difference.
There was a couple in there before us.
Mate, they were next to me.
Yeah,
I was in there.
I'll
tell you this. I was in there.
No.
And the lady, the receptionist, came up and said, "The people next to you are in Team Long Live Jace Nelson."
Epic.
Yeah, so it was
Very good.
awesome.
Also, the staff there are very
fantastic.
mate.
They're amazing. I know this sounds like a big plug for Lifeblood, but they're legitimately great people.
Two donations ago, I'd never done this before, so it's not like I've been doing this. It's like
we're not getting paid for. We're not getting like kickback.
Certainly not.
Blood. And the other cool
Just
thing
saving
is,
people's lives.
you get an email a few days later. It's like, your blood is on the way. Mine was to Hollywood Private Hospital.
Yeah, I haven't got that email yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Tracks where
I don't think I don't have my blood type yet, because I didn't
get that about a week after.
I'm interested to see what I am.
All right, we did talk about Fat Chat.
Yes.
Fat Chat Fit Club, now known as Fat Chat. Good segue.
It was never known as BackChat Fit Club.
No, we're loosely at the start.
Fat Chat.
We all weighed in today.
What did you start at?
I started at 81.
I started
Rashfest.
What did I start at?
Oh,
It's 98.1 I started at.
Also, like I said to my dad, I want to get down to 72. And my dad was like, 72? Mate, when I get to 70, I'm making some changes. And I was like,
Dino,
the Adonis of the...
Dino's so tanned. What happened to you?
Yeah.
He's so tanned.
I've got that.
He doesn't wear rashies.
That's right. He goes tiny shorts and no shirt.
Like talking, like he's walking around in
Adonis.
like
budgie smugglers.
So I was 81 and I'm currently down to 76.
Holy shit.
You lost 4 in the first week.
Yeah,
You
so
went
I
hard
reckon that
early.
was some like extra water weight
Course,
and
mate.
cutting out a lot of stuff early.
Did a massive shit Monday morning.
So I think that's probably closer to my norm now.
Sure.
Now it's where it gets a bit trickier. Hannah, where did you start again?
The elite athlete. I mean, he's an elite athlete.
Where you
He's an elite
first go?
athlete.
I got some.
Okay, you want to end? Yep.
I started at 107.8.
Yep.
Which is around 10 kilos above my highest playing weight as an AFL footballer. So if you think about holding a 10 kilo weight, it's a lot of weight.
Yep.
I was down last week 200 grams.
Yeah,
I lost
nice,
in the
good
first
start.
week.
Yep.
And I'm now at 104.8. I've lost 3 kilos in a week.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with myself.
That's very good.
That's
Thank you.
massive.
Thank you. So these are the sort of chats you have over at Fat
Yeah.
Chat as well. So if you do want to join, before we hear Hammer's story, you can jump on Instagram, jump on our BackChat link tree, and we're moving the
Yeah, we're gonna
platform
move, but
across to Discord. But
Yes.
we will get into that later. Tell us where you're at.
It's had the Fat Chat's had gone off. Really
Gotta
like.
be honest,
Absolutely.
there's 60 people in a week.
Really, really good
It's
group.
been
I'm
fucking
loving
awesome.
it. Well, my journey from 104.5 got me to 2 weeks ago. I was 98.1.
Yep.
Last Monday morning I was 97.4.
In the
Downward trend.
Right direction. Trajectory, good.
Where was I on the weekend? My weekend saw
Mentally or
a
physically?
bit of both. My weekend saw me contemplating at 1:30 in my little brother's pool on a beautiful sunny day.
Rashfest?
No, Rashfest. It had me contemplating whether or not to have a beer, which I succumbed to. And then that led me to having a handful more before I went to the cricket, which then saw me absolutely dripping in sweat and just thirsty and ended up having another too many. Then went to the Crown for Fraser McInnes. He got engaged. So I met him and Em in there. And
congrats, Fraser.
had a couple of beers with them. My uncle then called me, who was upstairs at the Crown, for the Channel 7 after party for the cricket. So I went up there and there was more free piss. There was free food. There was sliders. There was fish and chips. And I'm not.
I would have liked a BackChat. Just shout out, hey boys, just going upstairs the Crown.
Yeah, I was not at all thinking about anything but myself at this point. Unfortunately, I was indulging. So I had a lot more beers up there.
That's 1,000.
So big legend over here.
You're still on beers at that stage.
Still on the beers at this stage, but it was the sliders and the fish and chips and these stupid little bowls of delicious things that kept coming around, and cookies came out at one point.
Cookies.
Who has a cookie? Who gets the cookie?
There were these thick cookies that came out. So anyway, I left there at about 1 o'clock, got home, fell asleep, and I had a tea time at 7 o'clock for the next morning to play golf. My alarm went off at 6:30, cancelled it, went to bed, got up, ordered myself some Uber Eats for breakfast, and let me tell you right now, ordering a bacon and eggs and avocado toast on Uber Eats that comes 25 minutes later is shit house. Never do it. But I had that, got myself through to lunch.
So you cancelled golf?
Cancelled golf. Got myself through to lunch, and had by that point you've already seen me have 2 Coke Zeros in the space of 20 minutes. Yes. I had 4 by lunchtime at this point on a Sunday morning. Lunch came around. I was driving to Subway, needed to pick up lunch for me, Andrew, and his girlfriend Lizzie. Lizzie only wanted a 6-inch sub, so I got her a foot long and had her other half. And had my half as well. And then went to my host family's house last night and had another 10 beers and dinner.
10 beers
anyway,
on Sunday.
So my weight trajectory was going well, and I woke up this morning and I was back to 98.7, which was 1.3 kilos up from last week. So I'm...
I've got to be honest, knowing your weekend, it's probably a good result.
Good result. Yeah. So I've unfortunately gone up, but it's been a big week for me, a big weekend for me.
Oh, boy.
You know what?
Yeah. Well done.
What you just went through made me feel really good about my weekend because, I went crabbing and I thought, I've done pretty good. Gonna have the beers. Like I've been off the beers, having the beers, and went to McDonald's twice, went to Hungry Jack's once. So
when did you fit that in? You're only there for 2 meals.
And you've registered a loss this week.
But compared to your weekend, I had pretty tame. So there we go.
So Fat Chat, right? If you don't know what it is, you're just tuning in for the first time. Fat Chat is I would say, how do you describe it? Positive area.
It's a positive outlooking group for people who are looking to lose weight and enjoy themselves.
But it's real.
Yeah, it's
not us sitting there going, you need to get out and exercise and lose weight.
No, fuck that. It's very much like
stories like this.
Stories like this. And I sent in a workout that I did the other day to the group. Guys, everyone's been sending in what they've been doing, and it's been good. But my favourite part is the introduction. Hey, guys.
Best ever.
I'm here. I lost 20 kilos during COVID, got married, got complacent, put it all back on. Now I want to try and lose it.
The introductions have been awesome. Yeah. I would say it's exceeded my expectations.
Oh, shit, yeah, no question.
There's over 50 people in there.
Yeah.
If you want to join, get involved.
Very, very good fun.
You're going to have to join Discord. Now, I'm new. I do not have Discord.
I'm going to have to dig up mine.
So you got to what? Great. So you just got to download Discord. It's the only chat you'll have on there. You don't have to join all these other shit. I asked down.
It's not like Twitter where it gives you other shit to follow or Facebook. It's literally the only thing you need to sign up to. That's the only information you're going to get. Now, because the infrastructure around Instagram Messenger isn't built for this sort of mass.
God, no, it isn't built for the weight of numbers.
No, the amount of times today we can't
even add people to the group. I try to put a poll up left, right, and centre. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Meta, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, sort your shit out. So Discord, it's great because you can do little channels. It's really simple. It's so simple and. Forget about, I don't want to need another app that I need to check. You don't. It's just put it on there. It's literally the app that you use for Fat
Chat. Probably not making the money, Meta, is it? Discord? doesn't get the run of Instagram.
Who's not in Discord?
Nah.
I don't know, but it's a far superior
We'll talk about the merch coming to Patreon, which it will. Mm-hmm. But I would just flag, there will be Fat Chat merch.
Oh, yeah. And I'll be representing.
No doubt about it. Hammer will be wearing it at Waffle at East Perth when he wins the Sandover this year. Sco will be talking on BackChat probably.
We'll do rashies.
Dan will be wearing rashies.
We'll be doing Rash Fest.
Fat Chat
I'd really like everyone, what I'd like with the Fat Chat shirts when we get them, I'd like everyone to buy the size that will fit them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit tight.
It's amazing.
I'm getting a little bit tight when you buy it, but by the end of it, you'll be good to go.
Really good.
Buy the size that fits.
Recently, and this is a little segue into other shit that we're doing. We did launch last week. You send it, we'll wear it. The segment around sending T-shirts in. I have responded to a few people, and it's been great. We've had lots of people inundated with people wanting to send shirts. Thank you. Keep them coming. I've been saying, you know, I'm a large at the moment. Right?
Yeah, no, mate. That's not you. You're going to be a medium.
Yeah, I got to start requesting mediums.
When we started this podcast, I'm sure when we were doing stuff with sponsors, you would request mediums.
Yep.
And I would request extra large.
Yep.
If that ever comes up now, you're a large. Yeah. Have you got any XLs?
I'm not venturing XL.
I'm 2XL, like firm. Like, don't even think about XL. I used to be like XL, like, oh, maybe I could squeeze into a large. It's not happening right now.
Yeah. But I haven't worn anything but an XL in about 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. Can you
fashion's changed?
Can I get into a large?
After Fat Chat?
Yep, I will be. I'll be large after.
Fat Chat's unreal.
I feel like it might be. Anyway, I'll be wearing it. I'll be wearing nothing on that episode though. So, I'll be wearing
some budgies. We'll get you some budgies.
Just be sitting here completely naked.
What else was incredible over the weekend was the Scorchers win. Now,
hashtag get scorched.
We're not get scorched. We're not going to talk about Mandurah.
Hashtag the furnace. Fuck, it was hot.
We're not going to talk about Mandurah every minute, but we did. We were out on the boat in Mandurah. We're checking the score, and we thought there's not much long left. We need to watch the last of it. You were at the stadium drinking beers
and sweating the house down.
And you're only flesh and blood. You're thirsty. You need to hydrate.
So you've given blood, and then you've had the biggest weekend of your life.
We were out on the canals, the Mandurah canals, and one of the boys were with. Oh, my uncle's got a house 20 knots away. I don't know. Is that a boat? That's a
20 knots.
Charlie's not happy.
Charlie's not happy.
20.
So
over there.
We pull up on this canal house. Walk in, the last 24 balls of this game is on. And it was incredible.
It couldn't have been better timing.
Oh, God.
We saw Ashton Turner get run out as we walked in. It was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, game over at that point.
Were you there? You were there?
I was there. I was sweating the house down. I had a button-up shirt that all the buttons were undone. I was dripping. Like, it honestly looked like I just tipped water on myself. It was disgusting. But, my God, it was exciting. The game just was... the heat battered phenomenally. Then all of a sudden, Aaron Hardy started going bananas. Ashton Turner started going nuts. And then there was a run out. It was like, what the fuck's happening? And enter Cooper Connolly. Oh, my God.
Absolutely talk to me, that man. Yeah. Like, not only does his haircut, he's an absolute fire. I don't care what you say. He's got no sideburns. He's just got the absolute trims out going... He has just come out smacking him.
Hadn't he? Oh, boy.
And no one gave him a chance either.
No one gave him a chance. I thought it was
him.
curtains.
I jumped on Twitter and said, I've always been a Cooper Connolly fan. Never seen him in my life. He was unreal.
It was just a great game.
The thing I loved most, the thing I hated most about that game was the preamble.
The thing I loved the most, hang on a minute, let me just rephrase that. I fucking hated this.
Was backflip. The West Australian leading up, the West Australian leading up with the Nobody's back page.
Yeah.
Now
that's a kick in the guts. Isn't
it? That is a kick in the guts. So if there was anything that the Brisbane Heat needed, are they the Heat? Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Needed was fuel.
They're Nobody's mate.
Yeah. When they had no business winning that game, right? They hadn't.
They were in with a puncher's chance.
They were in with a chance, but it was always going to be the Scorchers, right? It was their game to win. The West come along and give them absolute fuel to use to beat with the Heats on for Nobody's. It's got a picture of all the missing players on there. You tweeted a picture of this.
Yes.
I think you stole it from someone else, the picture that but you reckon they would have been hanging that picture up in the locker room?
Absolutely.
Oh shit, yeah.
You would have seen Timo do this at West Coast, and I'm sure there's multiple
clubs. I was only there for one game, mate. He certainly didn't hang it up in my one.
He used to pull out stuff during the weekly meetings and that sort of stuff about, I don't know, whatever. Brisbane Heat it was Darren Lehman's their coach.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, I'll bring it up there. You go.
Give us a look. Oh, yeah, look at
that telly's not working.
Yeah, that
missing in action. Scott, I will say, whoever the editor or whoever put that together would have known exactly what they're doing. It's not like,
he was a closet Heat fan.
Yeah, but like they would have known that BackChat podcasters are going to be talking shit about us. Like,
obviously.
But I don't know if it backfired, but they just look like fucking dickheads.
Didn't they? Yeah, it wasn't a great article.
The Brisbane Heat were very good, but the Scorchers were better.
Yep, absolutely.
And WA people just love their local teams, don't they? Like way more than anywhere else in the country.
Just get around it. I respect the shit out of it. It was a great game. The second best final of all time. The Super Over in, I think it was BBL 4 or 5.
It was a record chase down, and this is thanks to our roaming reporter, Jace.
Yeah.
Your brother.
Brother of.
Yeah,
Your brother.
brother
176 record chase in a final. There you go.
Wow.
Exceptional. Jason Gilbee, bit of an update on his milk intake.
The milkman.
And if you weren't following along,
Yep.
he's replaced his water with milk.
And
Yes,
can
that's right.
confirm it's not breast milk. He's not walking around 11'6", jacked.
So apparently, obviously people did a bit of digging because they listened to BackChat podcasts and they, saw this. No, this is I absolutely ripped it from Reddit, but then it did get very famous the next day. I just want to read you a couple of quotes from like a follow-up article that someone wrote on the Sydney Morning Herald. He said, "It's mainly just a taste thing, a flavour thing. It's not like real flavoursome, but like, I don't know, the taste of milk, I just find it so much better than water. And it's hydrating." People say
you know what else is hydrating? Water, Jason.
People say it's more hydrating than water. I don't know how true that is, but still, it's going to hydrate me. And I think it's just because I've been doing it for so long, I can drink a lot of it.
Chase, I've heard some things in my life, and that is right up there with the most fucked thing I've ever heard. Milk tastes like shit. I don't care. I mean, unless it's chocolate milk, which, is flavoured to be good.
Yes.
It's fucking cow piss. Isn't it? Seriously.
Oh.
It's essentially like just shit coming out of a cow.
I'm not.
Jason's had an
that.
absolute howler here.
Yeah.
He's had a howler. It's hydrating. There's no
It's
way
hydrating,
milk-
Jason.
It did
tastes
come out
better
that-
than water. Water doesn't have taste. And milk tastes like
He did
shit.
say he drinks water on the field, though. So that has come
or
up.
they're not bringing him out a fucking a bottle of milk.
Well, who knows?
Imagine if they bought him a bottle of milk. What the fuck? Oh, Jason, hang on, mate. I'm just going to squirt like a little dummy, like
hell.
sucking back. Seriously.
Jason's bringing out that A2 milk.
All right.
Quarter time.
One more thing to throw at you guys. James Hird had his 50th birthday over the weekend. Now,
Happy birthday, Hurdy.
that's all I wanted to say. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Hurdy. Fucking hell.
There was
what are we doing? Jason's drinking milk.
legend of the game.
Fucking
No,
James
there was
50.
There was an article from the
Razor.
Herald Sun, which I don't subscribe to the Herald Sun, so I couldn't read the whole article. So I'm just going to read you the first part of this article about James Hird's 50th birthday. Former Bombers player and coach James Hird has celebrated his 50th birthday at a party with friends and family. Just
That was it.
that served up. That's it. Hang on, just wait. Hang on. I can't even read,
Straighten
That's
yourself
it.
out.
That's it. What an article.
read this bit.
Tell me this was a back page.
Straighten yourself out. Let's
Here we go. Come on. Take a deep breath. Whew.
Oh, man. It's so stupid.
Ooh, alrighty. Here we go.
Happy birthday, Ernie.
You gotta read it.
Give it here. Fucking give it to me. Pass it over.
I can't even read
Hang
it.
on, I'll read it to you.
we go.
Whereabouts is it?
Just read that left little sub bit underneath James Hird's 50th.
Here.
Yeah, just read that.
Inside James Hird's 50th birthday.
All right. Come on. Fucking seriously. Third time's a charm. Do you want me to read it? Come on. I've had enough. Fucking hell.
I'm sweating.
Sharp damn. Former Bombers player and coach James Hird celebrating his 50th birthday party with friends and family.
All right. Pass it here. Okay.
What the fuck?
I've just read it. Whew. All right. Let me take a deep breath.
Read the full thing from the top.
Just plug in that HDMI cable for us. Thanks, mate.
Inside James Hird's 50th birthday party.
inside it.
Former Bombers player and coach James Hird has celebrated his 50th birthday at a party with friends and family that served up 700 meatballs. What the fuck?
That's it, and that's it.
That's
So
all I
I've
wanted
actually
to
subscribed to the Herald Sun, and the article just reads happy. It just sings happy birthday. One of the great articles.
Oh,
I'm sweating so much once again. I was going to buy an aircon today. I
Happy
didn't do
birthday
it.
to Hurdy and his 700 meatballs. That's just a ludicrous amount of meatballs.
We've had guests telling us to go and buy aircons or maybe a sponsorship. So,
Wow.
is it Dakin? Is that? Do I see like
Ford
Yeah.
and
Ford and Doonan? Dan's lost the plot. Do we need to have a 2-minute breather?
no, I'm good.
sweating
I'm so
profusely.
sorry.
That is pretty fucking
You've
funny.
never done that before.
I put that in the run sheet before, and I thought that's sort of
You
funny.
giggled.
And
you giggled. I said, what's funny? And you said, I don't want to tell you. You made you laugh.
You got the giggles.
Straight face.
And
then I got
gosh,
done. I'm not sure how I got
giggles.
done.
Yeah, no, that's
sorry.
That is just a dumb article.
A couple of our roaming reporter WhatsApp group has been going off.
sorry.
Lots of chatter in there. Lots of sports chatter.
Off,
It's been great. If you want to get involved in it, please.
Two of our roaming reporters were 30s birthday.
Just all the chatter about 700 meatballs.
How many people do you reckon were there?
It was Hurdy and his missus. 350 a pop.
Oh, shit.
You look full, Hurdy.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
Oh,
I don't know why either.
That is pretty funny.
We're literally running out of time, so I'm gonna skim
On
through.
the podcast that has no time limit.
I'm gonna skim one. I'm gonna skim one of these WhatsApp roaming reporters. Adam
Could have skimmed Hurdy.
our NHL reporter. He just
sweaty.
said, okay, I'm not sure how this slipped under the radar, but I've got some exciting news with Australian ice hockey. The IIHF Under-20 Division 3 Championship just wrapped up yesterday, and Australia beat Israel in the final to win gold.
Shit.
This included an incredible 28-0 win against South Africa in the quarterfinals. Holy moly, what an effort.
That in ice hockey, 28-0 is like kicking 400 points in AFL.
Yeah.
That is fucking
That's outrageous.
tough to do.
I've got not much to say about that. I'm
There we go.
thinking about Hurdy's meatballs, to be honest.
All right,
my
Blue Bet.
fucking God.
All right.
The biggest
Let's all
weekend.
take 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, everyone take a deep breath. Blue Bet's just come out.
gonna have
with
a drink of my
special
whippersnapper.
Overs and unders. How many did Hurdy eat? The line's at 54. The same pick he got drafted with. Oh, shit. I don't think he got drafted 54. It was
I reckon
something
he was
like
wearing a high number to start with, though.
I think he did get drafted like 56 or something. Anyway,
Right.
beside the point. He's a meatball guy.
The biggest weekend in NFL is approaching us.
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Yes.
Now, I'm not much of an NFL guy, but you are. So you could probably give some more context to what Kansas City Chiefs v Philadelphia Eagles means.
That's right. That is the Super Bowl. Look, there's a little bit of history behind what's going on, but basically, give us a little tinkle of what Travis Kelce had to say at the back end of... This is on the back of the Cincinnati Bengals mayor, the Cincinnati mayor, calling out the Kansas City Chiefs, their tight end, Travis Kelce, on the mic, on the dais. Right? This is Norm Smith's ceremony in the prelim.
Yep.
This is what he had to say about the mayor.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
So he's got up there. The mayor's come on and he's baked the Kansas City Chiefs. And anyway, they've won. They've beat Cincinnati. See you later. So Kansas City through to a Super Bowl, another one. They've won a couple. Patrick Mahomes is a gun. He could go down as the greatest quarterback of all time. We could be seeing the Michael Jordan of basketball, the Kelly Slater of surfing,
The Tom Brady of NFL.
Isn't he pretty good?
Patrick Mahomes has a better record in Super Bowls already.
Really?
He has a better winning record. He has a better throwing percentage. All comparable.
Didn't he sign a big whomping chopper
the
main
biggest
deal
ever
a couple of years
as
ago?
a quarterback. So he is tracking to be better than Brady. So think about that.
Gee.
Well, I mean,
Right.
I don't care, but sure.
So Kansas City, he plays. He did an inwards ankle in the game before the prelim. I'm saying for AFL terms.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be fighting on that side. On the other side, Jalen Hurts. He's a running quarterback. The Philadelphia Eagles. They've got strong offensive play, but they're a good defense. So it's going to be a great Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we're going to get right around it here at BackChat. Like, absolutely all around it.
So usually with Blue Bet, which we can talk about because it's just NFL, or does Hammer have
Is
to
this
leave this
NFL
bit?
chat? I can stay for that.
Yeah, Blue Bet.
It is
NFL chat.
Yeah,
I'm here.
this is completely
I'm here for
NFL. Our multi this week will just be on the Super Bowl, nothing football related.
Thank you.
So we can probably pick a winner now. Like, let's pick a team.
After my summary, which was world class,
Yeah.
who do you think's going to win?
Well, I'd say the Kansas City Chiefs will get it done.
I think it's a late Amazon. Kansas City get it done. The odds won't say that.
No,
but
well,
I think
that's why we go. We buck the trend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So they'll be favourites, but they won't be like $1.10 favourites.
Sure.
Right. So in the multi, we'll include the Chiefs to win, and we'll probably include some sort of throwing yardage, maybe an over under or something like that.
I think our man, our man Travis Kelce.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
I think we're going to get right around him.
Yeah, I
He's
would've
one of the
thought
best,
so, yep.
best players in the league. So I think we have a bit of that. I think we have a bit of Mahomes. So Kansas City Chiefs are $2 underdogs. So
I
they
like
are
that.
underdogs.
Right.
We're getting all around
Oh,
them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All around them.
A Mighty Duck
Absolutely.
story.
There's no way they lose.
Yep, I
D3,
like it.
favourite movie.
Yeah,
So
great movie.
if you want to jump on Blue Bet, you can jump on our Instagram. You can follow on Linktree. You can then download the app, get involved in that. We're going to build a multi. We're going to bet on it.
Yep.
Sensational.
Very good. The back chat. Oh boy, I'm still thinking about. I'm absolutely still thinking about 700 meatballs.
Yeah.
Every time I go to talk, I just think of 700. The back chat, Backman's Club, session 3
Yes.
is in session.
Yes. Is that the intro to it?
Yes, go.
BackChat Backman's Club.
That was pretty lackluster, I got to be honest with you, Dan.
We've done Adelaide, we've done Brisbane, we've done Carlton, we've done Collingwood, done Freo, done Essendon. They're our 6.
We've done 6.
This is about why your team can win the premiership thanks to your backline. Now, we understand that every team's not going to win the premiership.
Only one team can.
Thank you. But we do also understand that backlines win premierships.
Obviously.
Backs win premierships. Mid sign sponsorships. Forward sell memberships. Same shit, same story. Backs get the job done. Back 6 get chicks.
Don't they?
Get in the cage with the backs. I'm going to tell you why your team can win the premiership thanks to your backline. And we don't have to go any further this week than the defending premiers, the Geelong Cats.
The Mighty Cats.
Some would argue, look, I said last week the Fremantle Dockers has the best back 6 in the league.
You did say that.
I'm going to stand by it.
Sure.
But I don't think there'd be too many that could argue that Geelong has a good backline. Jake Kolodjasny. I'm going to start with him. How's that sound?
Yeah, Jake Kolodjasny.
He gets the roles, he gets the jobs, he gets the big names, but no one really knows much about him.
Yep.
He's the man with the hardest name to spell in the AFL.
It'd be up there.
He set career best for disposals, for kicks, for marks, for tackles in 2022.
Wow.
And you know what? He's a premier player. I've got to get a bit bigger than Jake Kolodjasny, though. I'm going to name 3 guys. You're going to tell me something about them.
Sure. I'll try my
Something
best.
they have in common.
Yep.
Jack Henry, Sam De Koning, Mitch Duncan.
Fuck. Something they have in common. They're both men. All 3 of them are men.
Yes.
They've both got good kicking boots.
That is correct. Thank you very much, Hamish.
And they're both fucking good.
They're all
good.
They're all premiership players. They
Yeah,
play
well,
for Geelong.
that was one of them.
Jack Henry, former athlete, now plays in the back line for Geelong. Is a gun. No one rates him. I
he's a
do.
star.
He's absolutely amazing. His brother plays in the AFL as well.
Yep.
Ollie. He's back at Geelong. So
Yep.
they'll be a happy family. You
Won't
know
they?
what it's like to play in and around your brother in
Yep.
the AFL.
Yep.
What happens if one of them came to West Coast? You'd be pretty happy about it,
Oh,
wouldn't you?
shit, yeah, you would be.
Sam
I think they would be
DeConing.
pretty happy if they got one of them over there.
Sam De Koning, this man, he took a couple of years to get going, but last
Didn't he?
year took
What?
the AFL by storm. He was probably unlucky not to get a little All-Australian nod, to be honest. He was a rising star defender. He got the best player every week. He's got long blonde hair. It reminds me of Cooper Connolly, to
Doesn't
be really
he ever?
honest.
And we do love Cooper Connolly.
Absolutely. Had one of the great grand finals and also final series last year. Got Norm Smith votes.
Yeah, we love that.
We
Love
absolutely
love
do.
love
Sam
love
De Koning, he's a gun.
Isn't he?
But the most important player in Geelong's backline, who is it?
Hailing from the mighty Royals himself, Mitch Duncan.
Well, you know what? I was not going to talk about Mitch, but I am now.
You said him earlier.
I did, but I was talking about someone else, the most important player at Geelong, but I'm going to get to him. Mitch
No, I
Duncan.
just wanted to say Mighty Royals. Anyway, continue.
Mitch Duncan. Mighty Royals, tell us about him.
I'm pretty sure, well, he definitely was a Royal.
Absolutely was.
He's just a fucking gun. He's quick. He gets the footy. He uses it well. He's strong, and he's a star. He's also pretty hot.
Tom Stewart was the man I was looking
big
for.
Tomba. That's who I thought you were going to go with.
Without Tom Stewart, Geelong is no more. Joel Selwood's not the captain. Do they go with Dangerfield? Do they go with Stewart? I say Stewart because
I say Stewart.
he's a backman.
Yep, there you go.
He's a leader. He's versatile. He does the job every week. He also intercepts. He takes kickouts. I don't know if there's much this man can't do.
Yeah, I don't think there isn't. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Sure.
Probably one. I would say so. He was second in intercepts per game, fourth in total intercepts in the AFL.
Pretty good going.
Yeah, he's pretty bloody good. Geelong, you win the premiership again.
Again, yeah, they can. They certainly can.
On the back of that, don't worry. They got Jackie Bowes coming in from Gold Coast as well. They got him for free. I'm pretty sure Gold Coast paid them to have
the
Jack
heist
Bowes.
of the century.
Gold Coast. Let me talk about some home. I'm talking a bit of home truths here, but some names that you may or may not know. This is the Gold Coast Suns back 6. We're talking We're talking.
700 meatballs.
We're talking Sean Lemons.
Oh, Lemons.
We're talking
pick number 27 in the 2013 National Draft.
We're talking Jai Farah. We're talking Connor Butterick.
Yep.
We're talking Ben Long.
Oh, Longy.
We're talking Charlie Ballard. Gun.
Good player.
14th in intercept per game in 2022. Kind of looks a bit rangy.
Doesn't he?
Gets the job done on the big players, but he got a bit of flair about him. A little bit of Will Schofield about him.
I like
if
that.
I'm honest.
Yep, I like
Sam Collins was on Freo's list.
Sammy Collins.
Freo has the most depth in the back line you've ever seen in your life. Can't get it done there. Is he the captain? Is he the captain? I don't think he's the captain.
I think Touk Miller's the captain.
He's the spiritual leader.
Yeah, he's a spiritual leader.
4th in time on ground percentage per game in 2022.
Just doesn't come off the field.
You don't see midfielders doing that.
No,
you see backmen.
He's a warrior
doing
too,
that.
Sammy Collins.
Absolutely.
Just gets the job done.
Look, I put my name, I put my vision across this back line, and there's a few names that stand out. Sam Collins is one. He's a gun.
No
but
question.
the number one guy that stands out, because, look, you said this about, I think you said Mitch Duncan's hot. Well, if we're talking hot,
Oh, yeah, tell me.
Lockie Weller.
Oh, my goodness me. I said erection for Doherty, I reckon, a long time ago, and this is a Bacchus Marsh if I've ever seen one.
11th in metres gained per game in 2022. Has a haircut to, I don't know, match the best in the league.
Yeah.
And he's tanned. Dan Const, get your rash vest out. Lockie Weller's never seen a fucking rash vest in his life.
Lockie Weller, I don't care if he couldn't kick the football to save his life. He's tan, he's hot, and he's got one of the great rigs on the planet Earth. And he's just a really nice guy too.
Don't know how much confidence we've filled you with Gold Coast fans, but that's why your backline's going to get the job done.
Shit, yeah, they will.
GWS, I'm a little bit more optimistic about GWS backline. We know about Lockie Whitfield. He is the ball winner. He's, he plays a little bit loose, but sometimes you got to have that in your backline. He's the possession. He's the quarterback guy. He sets them up. He runs. Nick Haynes, he was All-Australian in 2020.
I like that guy.
He won their best and fairest in 2020. Top 10 draft pick. Haven't seen his best for a couple of years. I'm just picking a very big year.
Watch him get back to it. I like it.
For Nick Haynes. Phil Davis is still at the club.
Is he really?
He's a veteran.
He's a warrior too.
He's a warrior.
Done a couple
He's had
some injuries.
What other names do we throw about? Not Battler.
No, not Battler. He's the opposite. Yeah.
He battles.
Doesn't he? A warrior. We've already said that. He's a gladiator.
Yes.
I like gladiator.
We love them. Harry Himmelberg was a forward. Couldn't play down there.
See you later, mate.
And how's he been as a back?
Get down there and win us some premierships.
He's been bloody good. He had almost 40 touches in a game last year.
Yeah, that's good going. Haven't even eyeballed a Sharon that many times in my life.
I haven't spoken about a couple, though. Isaac Cumming. Isaac, I'll tell you what. Talk about erection. Sam Taylor's the man I want to speak about.
Yeah, this guy can play the ball. This guy can play ball.
First in total intercepts in the league last year. All-Australian in the league. It's the same thing. 2022 best and fairest winner. He's the full back. Like, seriously, can you get any better?
Nah, you can't.
I don't think. GWS, that's why you're winning the flag. That man right there, Sam Taylor, gets it done. Pretty sure he's from Geelong.
He could easily be.
Charlie, I'm going to finish the Backman's Club, but you can tell me whether he's from Geelong. I think he is.
There we go. Who are the next three?
Fuck, I don't know.
Who cares?
That doesn't matter. We'll get to the next one.
Whatever's after G. Thank you very much.
Sam Taylor, WA.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie. What date is it, Charlie? No, I'm joking. Tomorrow on BackChat, we continue with our guest episodes. Last week was the first one of the year. Mitch Marsh, excellent
the Bison
interview. The Bison.
Have a listen to me, haven't?
Have a listen, exactly.
Bloody good.
Just a good chat, great stories. Tomorrow, a very special one. It's a little bit different for our BackChat audience that are used to, footy players, sometimes a bit of cricket, sometimes a bit of that.
A little bit of basketball.
Tomorrow, a UFC super show. So this is ahead
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Big
ahead of
UFC
284 in Perth.
Yes.
When's the last time UFC was in Perth?
5 years ago.
There you go, 5 years ago. We've got 3 guest interviews tomorrow, all wrapped up into one nice little, little parcel.
Balls in a scrotum.
There's 3 of them.
It's weird.
It happens, but it's rare.
Sometimes happens, yep.
Tell us about the 3, because I'm not really much of a UFC guy, but you are.
I will say, if you're a UFC person, you'll know what to do. Sign up to KO, or you don't even have to. You can order the event on Main Event and watch it, because it's a sellout.
Yeah, you'll be
Luke Shuey's been trying to get tickets. Can't get him tickets.
Yep.
Off me, and I can't get them for him. And if I can't get them, no one can get them.
Get
That's what they say in this town.
Yep.
If you do want to watch it, order the main event. You can do that via KO or wherever you get your main events.
And you don't need to be a KO subscriber as well.
No, absolutely not.
You can just buy it
and go main
do what
event,
you like. Sign up and do that. If you're not, I'm going to tell you a little bit about these three guys who are all fighting in 284. A little bit of an AFL equivalent.
Sure.
Right? Have I done a lot of preparation for this segment, Hammer?
No, probably not.
I haven't, no. But I'm going to do it on the fly because I'm a gun.
Yep.
Josh Coolabauer, who is a guy we interviewed, he's a lightweight, so I would say he's quite small, but do not be confused with...
Lightweight's 155 pounds?
Mate, he might be small, but he could kill you with his looks.
Oh,
like
no
he's
question.
a deadly, deadly animal. He's a beast in the cage, but pleasant person to talk to.
Very nice guy. Would not want to fight him, though.
I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to throw this out there. Basher Hooley vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Basher Hooley, like you speak to him in the media and he's just a nice guy. But if you remember in Basher's last year, I'm pretty sure he elbowed someone in the back of the head and knocked them out.
Yep.
And he was vicious with the ball, Basher. He was running and gunning and just a killer.
Yep.
Basher Hooley, Josh Coolabauer. Basher Hooley's 3-time premiership player, I think.
Yeah.
So Josh Coolabauer. Number 2, Tyson Pedro. He's in the gang and the crew that have done the shoeies. They drink shoeies after...
Tai Tuivasa style.
Tai Tuivasa. So those boys are in business together. They
Nice.
do a brand, which we won't say because we love Shelter, but they've got a brand of beers over on the West Coast, over on the East Coast even. I would say Tyson Pedro... maybe you can help me, Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, his story, he signed with the UFC. Signing with the UFC is the ultimate for an
It's a big
MMA
deal.
person. He signed a 6-fight deal, which you would fight maybe twice a year. So it was a 3-year deal, right? Which is huge for an Australian.
Massive.
Next up and coming big thing. First fight of that 6-year deal, did his ACL. He then did 2 more ACLs after that. And this is his second fight back in the UFC.
Alex Johnson.
Before his ACLs, though,
Okay.
he was... No, because I'm not going to give you Alex Johnson because Alex...
He did like
career,
6 ACLs, didn't he?
Correct. Tyson Pedro fought last time in the UFC and dominated after 3 years, 4 years out. This is his second fight, home soil. Give me someone
Matty
else.
Rao.
Matty bloody Rao.
Matt
He was a
Rao came
superstar
out.
before. He's coming back. I'm expecting big things from this man. And
again, very, very nice guy.
like a pleasure to talk to.
Very pleasurable.
That's what was scary. Like these guys, people
Because
think...
they just know they could kill you.
Yes.
Yeah, they
but they're
lure you in.
So pleasant. Way more polite than AFL players.
Oh, yeah.
Players.
Yeah.
The final, Jack Jenkins. Grew up in Bacchus Marsh. Do you know which West Coast Eagles player is from Bacchus Marsh?
Liam Schumer Duggan.
That is correct. Grew up, same school as Liam Duggan.
Mooney College or something.
I think it's something like that. So Jack Jenkins went there. His claim to fame, not claim to fame because he's done a fair bit more in the fight game. He and his mates, he tells his mates, you can, all three people can wrestle me at one time. I will beat you. And he does regularly. He's never been beaten with his mates. So they get on the beers,
Three
fight
of them
me.
have a crack, yep.
He beats them all by himself.
Love it.
He won The Contender, which is a reality show, the UFC.
The equivalent of The Recruit, Matty
Thank
Eagles.
you very much. But I would say better than that.
Yeah.
Because Dana White awards the contract
Yeah.
and you get it if you win it. And he got it. This is his first fight in the UFC. Young guy, youngish. Equivalent.
Matt Eagles. the Recruit.
I'm pretty sure I was sledging Matty Eagles about being the recruit when we played him in that game.
Anyway.
Jack Jenkins, I'm going to give you Tom Liberatore.
Okay.
The last 3 fights Jack Jenkins has been in, he has broken his opponent's leg. And not by like a submission.
Yeah.
He has snapped his opponent's leg with leg kicks.
Like it.
3
Jake
in a row.
King, even?
Jake King.
Jake the push-up king.
Push
I remember
up.
that, yeah.
Push up.
I remember there was a fight at a half-time between Collingwood and Richmond, and there was a big crowd, a big pile-on, and it got off, and Darren Jolly was on the bottom being choked out in a sleeper hold by a push-up who was half his size.
Jake King.
I like it.
There you go. That's our 3.
Yep.
Honestly, if you don't like UFC, I would say these interviews, you might think, oh, like they're athletes, normal guys, all like a pleasure to chat to and really interesting stuff. This week for BackChat's going to be a big one, actually. We've got a whole bunch of media commitments with the UFC, 284. Jump on KO, jump on main event, order the event, and do your
It
best.
starts really early.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Unfortunately,
6 a.m. first fight.
for the American audience, they do start at nice and early.
But it's a Sunday.
Yeah.
You've just had a big weekend like you, Hammer.
I'll just be rolling into the next one.
7 a.m. Just jump on the couch, chuck main event on.
And
That's right.
The shoulders
I will say I don't really enjoy the UFC, but I sat there in the interviews and I was enthralled in the entire time. I was loving it. Very good. And there are only there's 3 little 20-minute episodes that are like, bite sized. It's very, very, very good. All right. You send it. We might
we're still going.
read it. We are still going.
You're someone to bed.
God, it's 9 o'clock on a Monday.
Send it, we read it.
Might read it.
Might read it.
All right. Let's get through these relatively quickly because it is 9 o'clock on a Monday.
It's really not. We haven't been going that long.
No, we haven't.
Hey, relax.
Yeah. Big event coming up at Leaderville Cameras.
UFC 284.
284.
Lydia in the main event.
Do you know he is
Serving
like
meatballs.
he's a black belt. Lydio at Leaderville Cameras is a black belt, I think.
what?
And like a 3-time karate champion.
Oh, we know this.
Yes.
Are we doing this?
That's right.
Some point this year, we're going to get live footage of Lydio fighting Dan.
Lydio, I would not want to fight him. Like you see this,
You wouldn't want to fight him if he wasn't black belt, and now he's a black belt. You certainly wouldn't fight.
All right.
Exactly.
He's
all right.
there. If you can see him, he's up there. He's a ball.
Hammer, we're gonna throw some things to you, and I just want you
where they
to
land,
tell us what you think. So, Leaderville Cameras, they do supply us with.
Get the hands ready.
Get your hands ready. They supply us with like cameras, lighting, microphones, everything that we use for our podcast.
Yep.
Thanks to Leaderville Cameras.
So if you're watching along, you're like, how do we do this?
Yeah.
Leaderville Cameras.
We've had someone email us, hey, I would like to start a podcast. What do you recommend? I sent them all the stuff, sent it to Leaderville Cameras. They're very happy. Now, there's an event coming up. Do you want to tell them about the event while I sort this out over here?
Right. Actually throwing things at me.
Yeah, we're going to throw actual physical things. Sure. We've got our first BackChat live for the year. I will say, speaking to a couple of other sponsors, Dan, in the last couple of days, maybe the first of many, but this is the first BackChat live. So if you'd like to come and see, off the back of the Backman's Club, a couple of backmen, Jeremy McGovern, Tom Barras, I'll be interviewing them, Will Schofield, that's me. It's a bit of a phones in the basket type setup where you come in, phones away, no videoing. We'll get into some stories that no one's ever heard before about being a backman, about beating forwards, about how shit the midfielders are. But we're talking a bit of business. Both Tom and Jeremy are around that as well. The premiership stories, but some stories from behind the scenes we're going to talk about. We're doing all of this at Leaderville Cameras, which is in Leaderville on February the 23rd, Hammer. Have you cleared the schedule?
I have cleared the schedule.
Thank you very much.
There with bells on.
This is all thanks to Videndum. Now, this is one of Leaderville Cameras' major wholesalers. So they're suppliers, I should say. Videndum look after multiple brands, but Gilbee is
all right, Hammer,
one of the all-time. Now, Videndum have supplied us with some equipment.
Great equipment.
Hammer.
Yeah.
You're going to tell us what each of these are, mate.
Sure thing.
Have a look at these things.
Wow, wait.
Tell us what you think about them. Give us a review.
The Gilbee Gorilla Pod. It looks like, it's just a camera. It's got malleable and extendable legs.
It's not a camera. It does not come with a
stand. Just a mic stand.
A camera stand for a camera. The stand sort of looks like a blend between
that's good.
an octopus and anal beads.
That's what I was looking for.
But
Thank you.
You can set that one up anywhere you'd like. The next one is the Gilbee Wavo, which is a UE boom looking motherfucker, but it's sort of a camera / microphone.
Look at this stuff. It's
Not sure
incredible. What have you got
Here
there?
we go. We've got the
look at this stuff from
Wow,
Gilbee.
we've got the Gilbee Compact Action Kit, which is a
What do you do with
tripod
that?
stand. You can put a camera on top.
What else
I'm
can
sure
you
you
do
could
with
do
that?
plenty of other things with the legs there if you were that way inclined.
Okay, boy, what do you got there?
Well, there's 3 holes on. Anyway, that's 3 legs, I should have said. But we've got the Wavo again, which is a microphone cover, I think, for the top, which is nice. And there's the Wavo Pod.
There's more.
The pop filter. Wowee, that goes on the back of it and makes your voice sound probably way better. The Beamo. This is a lighting ring to go on your extendable dildo anal bead tripod. It's 12 inches as well.
The best to last.
And speaking of, here is the malleable. Look at that's hello. I mean, it's certainly rigid, and I can't imagine it be overly comfortable. But it gets the job done one way or the other. I probably can tell you from personal experience, but I haven't ever had one of these before.
As you can hear,
wow,
Hamish Brayshaw has no idea what he's
absolutely no clue.
Gilbee,
sure, Lydio would give you a much better description than I would.
Well, they're looking after us from a podcast equipment perspective.
All very good equipment which we'll be using.
So if you'd like to come and watch BackChat live, it is at Leadable Cameras, February the 23rd. Jeremy McGovern, Tom Barras in person. Tom Barras won the best and fairest last year. Jeremy McGovern, 4-time All-Australian. Don't know if you could get much better. Those two together in person, fully catered, so there'll be food, there'll be meat, there'll be beers. Hammer's going to have 1,000
700 meatballs.
Tickets are $95 a ticket. Spots are very limited. It's got a capacity, this joint. If you would like to come, you can either click on our link on the BackChat Instagram page. If you go to the link tree, you can find tickets to this event, or just email Lydio, the black belt karate expert, Lydio, Lidio, at leadablecameras.com.au, Feb 23rd. So I won't be reminding you too many other times.
Yep.
If you want to come to that, it will sell out.
It will, no question.
It's at such a good spot as well. It's very intimate. Like, you'll feel like you're a part of like a little crew there. It's very good. It's not like a big concert. It's like a very small handful of people there.
You send it, we might read it. By Lydio at Leadable Cameras. Let's get into it, Daniel. Let's just get into it.
Yeah, Connor Lorrigan. Hey guys, it's Ice Wallow Come here. Long-time listener and patron member.
Hello.
As a member of the Reporters WhatsApp group, the content has been great, bar one issue. Scully, just like your distaste of our nation's sport, cricket, I truly can't stand golf. As Jay from the In-Betweeners would put it, gay outdoor lifestyle with fellas. I could rant about it, but I'll just get to the point. More than 60% of the content thus far has been golf in the chat. Perhaps another WhatsApp group can be created for those who don't want to talk about golf.
No, that's bullshit, Connor. Keep going. That's bullshit. Yeah. It's so diverse in there. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
I'm kicking him out.
I was going to say, Connor, you're going to fucking very well way.
Is that straight to strike two, perhaps?
Yeah, that's straight to strike two. Unless the rest of this is
It's just bullshit.
Anyway,
it's a lie.
Anyway, thanks again for the ongoing content. Always a highlight of my week.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
To match Mitch Marsh, I also had an incident in my year 12 200 metres where I was racing against the head of PE's son and he tripped and fell over in the last 50 metres, resulting in us having to rerun the race at lunch the following week.
Bullshit.
Unlike Mitch, though, I buried him for a second time to qualify for Interschool. Yours truly, Mo. Now, I don't... So if you don't know the story, Mitch Marsh...
You can't sign in with one name and then sign out with another.
It's I swallow come the whole way, mate. Come on.
Yep.
Don't do a half-assed
Mitch Marsh told a story about his greatest sporting achievement where he was going to be the champion boy. He beat this guy. Yes, I'm not giving that any answer. And so, yeah, anyway, that's what related to.
Thank you very much.
Anyways.
All right. We're on one strike.
Two actually.
Two.
Okay.
Tim Flanders.
That's 2 strikes.
It's from Tim Flanders.
The sign-off name.
Yeah, the sign-off name Mo gets you. You're on 2 strikes.
Tim Flanders.
Tim Flanders. Hey guys, I'm probably the #1 fan of your show.
Holy shit.
Everyone would say that, but I won't miss an episode. Okay, now, please ask Dan if please ask Dan if he can remember a guy one night after a youth group / church music album listen.
It says calling a guy.
And ringing me praising my guitar solo and saying I'm a shredder. I can never find him on Facebook.
The youth group Christian album.
But I do,
what are you shredding?
But I do remember he had some tattoos of musical notation and his phone call really encouraged me at the time. So I want to know if it's A, the Dan Const, and B, I want to thank you and praise you for what you guys are doing. You guys don't know how much some people will look forward to your stories and just having a laugh. You guys mean so much to me. I just want / need anything. Just want to support you and thank Dan and wish him all the best. Love you, Scully, especially as a die-hard West Coast Eagles supporter. Much love, Tim Flanders. Hi, Leo Neighborino.
Timmy Flanders. Well,
I love it.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Dan has reached and touched him personally, and I do like that.
Yep. Weird in a Christian sense.
Wow.
But if this guy is playing in a Christian band and he's shredding, I would like to hear some.
Do you remember this? He said.
I'd like to hear it.
Okay.
Please ask Dan if he can remember. Do you remember?
So, I don't remember this exact call, but I do remember.
People are ringing telling their
but I do remember
number one fan.
I do remember Tim Flanders. I don't remember the exact call. I mean, do you remember the phone calls you made 15 years ago?
If I remembered a Christian rock band Shredder, of course I'd remember that phone call.
Now, I did send this around, and a couple of boys like, I remember Tim, he was a shredder. So it wasn't just me spurting off.
And you did mean he was, it wasn't a false phone call.
Obviously, no.
If we could get
legit.
some footage of Tim, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I did find on Instagram, and while, you know what, you read the next... you send it and I'll find...
This is actually the last you sent it. We might read it.
Beautiful.
Peter Kemp, boys, I was very disappointed with the way Dan criticised the mayor of Cincinnati for his bullish public speech before last week's NFL game. You got to win the game if you're going to be doing that stuff. Dan Const circa January 2023. The result is irrelevant, Dan. That is the attitude of a mouse. The Cincinnati mayor, on the other hand, was a man. You are a mouse. He made a hilarious, bold public prediction. It went wrong, and he took it on the chin, congratulating the Chiefs awards via Twitter. He then gave us a tweet to watch, which we're not going to do today. No. This should be added to Hammer's rules of being a man. Any mouse can gloat after a win and talk themselves up. Yes, that's you, Dan. But only a man is willing to put his money where his mouth is before the event and cop it on the chin, win, lose or draw. Scurry and Hammer. I assume you guys have seen normally quiet opposition players suddenly become chirpy once their team is 6 goals up. Yep. Does this earn your respect? No.
God, no, it doesn't.
It's the guy who still backs himself when his team is 6 goals down that earns respect. And another example of mouse behaviour is when mates in a group chat post a winning multi after
tips, not slips.
The fact.
Fucking oath.
Bottom line, if you want the respect, you've got to be a man and put your money where your mouth is, not a mouse, like Dan Const.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Well done.
Okay, look. This, I don't know who, what's his name again?
Tim Flanders.
No, not Tim Flanders, he's a shredder. What was his name?
Peter Kemp.
Peter Kemp?
Yes.
Kemp, was it? I don't.
Yeah, it'd be the first.
The only thing I said was, if you're going to say that, you got to back it up with a win. I never went at him.
He actually quoted you.
He quoted you.
I quote: "You got to win the game if you're going to be doing that stuff." Dan Const, circa Jan 2023.
Wasn't. I just said you got to win the game if you're going to do that stuff. I wasn't. Whatever. Kempy.
So I think Kempy's point is,
you're a mouse.
There's no way that you can know that before the game, and you're being a mouse.
You are being a mouse.
That's his point.
Little Mickey over there.
Mickey. 700 meatball Mickey. All right, we got some Tim Flanders.
Shit, yeah, we do.
Let's see. I really hope this.
I hope he's shredding here.
The
some audio there.
Plays through. I don't know. I'm going to just see if this.
Awesome.
Oh shit, yeah.
Fucking hell. Holy shit.
Oh, shit. Still going. Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. Beat it.
Holy shit. That was...
So you could hear the Holy Spirit going through him at one point. My God.
Tim Flanders, we could probably all agree is a shredder.
He's a shredder, no question about that.
There you go. Playing some
Timmy boy.
Very, very good.
Excellent stuff.
Now, if you do want to get in contact with us, join Fat Chat. Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au for you send it. We might read it if it's good.
Send them in, but
we'll read them all.
Stories, I'd like to hear. I haven't seen one in 2023, got to be honest.
I haven't had a snip story.
But crab stories too. I'm also keen for some crab stories.
Yeah, correct.
Maybe this is the year of the crab. Fines. Now,
Chinese year of the
Chinese
crab.
New Year. Chinese year of the crab.
It's time for some fines, and we have moved to a new system. Instead of writing them in with your names and you're anonymous, now we've put some meat to the bone, and there's an audio way you can send them in. backchatpodcast.com.au/fines.
I've been thinking about this, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because I was thinking, do we say, we had 1,000 entries, but we've picked the one. We had one audio entry for fines this week.
Not
I'm
going
to be honest.
Not that hard.
And it was a good one.
We just talked about being men or mice?
You're a man or a
Are you
mouse?
a man or are you a mouse? How about
Or
you
a woman
put,
or a mouse. Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
you
Is
want
it
to
Minnie
put
Mouse?
your kahunas or
Probably.
whatever else the girls have behind it. You put your voice behind it.
Yeah.
You stand up.
Is it balls
you
or is
put
it ovaries? Put 'em down the line. Come
you
on.
Put them down on the line and you jump on the website. It couldn't be an easier system.
Oh,
It'll
shit,
take you 5 seconds. Give us some fines. Give us some content. I
will-
want it because
I
it
will-
means we have to talk less.
Also, you don't have to go start a voice memo, upload your voice memo. You literally
a
go.
button.
You literally go to the website on your phone, hold down record.
backchatpodcast.com.au/fines. Click a button, hold record, sends it. Done.
Sends it. It's so
Let's get
simple.
some fines for Dan the Mouse.
Yeah. All right. We do have one. So
Or
let's.
Mickey Const.
Well, on all the back of that, man on mouse. Also, this is for charity too.
Yeah,
Oh,
shit,
of course.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe do you want to be a charitable person or do you want to be an absolute dickhead?
Yeah, that
Every
is a
time
great-
you
that's a
choose
great
not to
point.
send in a
Man,
fine, you're
mouse.
taking money from a charity.
Man, mouse, absolute fuckwit.
Take
or
a good hard
person.
look at yourself.
All right, let's go. Let's hear from
We do have
Isaac.
one, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, it's a legend.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
G'day, lads.
G'day.
Scully. Just wondering how that big pub feed from the Foreshore Bar in Geraldton's going for your weight loss. Cheeky little $5 fine for that one, I reckon. And also, another $3.50 for the king of Northampton himself, Josh Kennedy, tripping over on the way out. Love the pod, boys. Keep it up.
Yes, Isaac.
Yeah, great.
I've got to be honest.
Signed, sealed, and delivered, Isaac.
With no point of reference on date, yes, I have been to Geraldton. He said Northampton or Geraldton?
He said Geraldton for you and
for your feed.
Northampton for...
I have been to
Kennedy.
Geraldton, but I reckon not within the last at least 2, if not 3 years.
He's
So
dug deep to find
It's
that.
he's
hurt him.
gone deep, and I appreciate that,
Yep.
and I will not rebut that. If that happened, thank you very much. If that's a mistaken identity, then Isaac, $5 come back at you, big fella.
Yeah, very
There it
good.
is.
But how good's that?
Yeah,
how
that's-
good's that to listen to?
that's
Isaac
brilliant.
getting on his fucking blower.
It
like,
took
how are you,
Isaac
fellas?
all of 20
$8.50
seconds.
goes in the charity jar.
Shit, yeah, it does.
Very good. All right, I think we've done enough talking, right? As we already said.
Yeah. Or as James Herb would say, we've eaten enough meatballs.
We've had enough meatballs.
Had enough balls in our mouth.
Patreon, all of that information is available on our
Happy
website,
50th.
backchatpodcast.com.au. You can sign up as Patreon. We've got so many good things coming, including the Cage merch, which will
Cage
be
merch,
huge.
live back chat,
back chat,
fat chat,
new
George Fat
episodes,
Chat.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Patreon
it's so
only
much
exclusive episodes. Sign up to Fat Chat. That's all on backchatpodcast.com.au. Whippersnapper whiskey, which I've been having today, and we got these great. If you could just, mate, you
These
can
are
get
amazing.
these. One of the most
Look
amazing
at this shit.
little mug.
Look at this. Can
Oh,
we do a
it's a tin
cheers?
somehow.
Where's show cheers?
Yeah. I just
That was right in the middle of both cameras, I reckon. Perfect.
Where should we go? Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
well,
you
that's what I mean. You don't even. You need. If you're watching, you know what to do.
Whippersnapper
You know what's
whiskey,
happening.
Margaret River Roasting Co., Bluebet Shelter Brewing Co., and Leadville Cameras supply all the stuff for the podcast. And you can get VIP codes for all of those places at Patreon as
And
well.
There's some more shit coming.
And there's
up.
some more.
There could not be more going on with BackChat at the moment.
Yeah, it's.
Hammer,
We're in good areas, aren't we?
you need to focus this week on losing some weight because you've
Yep.
had a bad week, but that's okay.
I have. It's my
At the
birthday
pod-
on Thursday. Shit.
Oh my
Ooh.
god!
Birthday
Okay.
Thursday. I'm getting hammered again on Saturday. Fuck.
Happy birthday, Hammer!
Thank you.
Yeah.
How old do you turn?
25. Quarter life crisis. I'll help it out with 1 million more bits. Some other legend.
All right, we'll have some more after this little music that Damon's going to put over the top for our patrons.
Great.
See you next week. Bye bye.
I know.